guys, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. It's so nice to get back to filming after quite some time, and I'm so happy to see you here. And today we are going to be looking at what your future spouse is going to like about you the most. So I'm gonna keep this pretty open, so if anything wants to come through, I'm going to say it, whether it's regarding your physical appearance or your personality trait or a habit of yours, little things like the way you blink, anything that your future spouse wants to say. I'm gonna just channel that and tap into that. And today you're going to be picking from these watercolor bowls. So if you are already familiar with my videos and readings, then you already know that I am an intuitive artist and a tarot reader. So I try to merge art with spirituality, especially watercolors in specific. So then you must already know, because you must have seen these watercolor readings on my channel. However, if you are new, hi, this is Mystique and I am an intuitive artist and a clairsentient clairvoyant tarot reader. And today I'm gonna be reading these watercolor bowls that I prepared and be channeling messages regarding what your future spouse likes about you. So it actually took me a week to dry up and prepare these bowls. I'd actually put some colored water in it. I took plain water and then I added some watercolor to it, and I picked these colors intuitively, so I did not pick these myself. And so for pile number 1 we have this beautiful blue colored indigo bowl. For this one I use the Winsor Newton indigo. This is what it looks like. Then for pile 2 we have this beautiful almost neon pinkish colored dried watercolor in a bowl. This is actually quinacridone lilac from the Daniel Smith fine watercolors. Then we have this amazing green. Actually don't remember the name of this. Maybe I used a Viridian or a green apatite genuine from the Daniel Smith, because and those are the colors. This is what the bowl looks like. This will be pile 3. So allow yourself to be drawn to any of these bowls or any of these piles 1, 2 and 3, and those will be your readings. If you are drawn to multiple bowls here, there could be multiple messages for you in other bowls, so make sure you watch them. And I think that's all I have to say. Then I'm gonna have to start with the prayer of gratitude. I'm really excited to do this reading. This was kind of spontaneous, because I thought these bowls would take some more days to dry, but they actually dried up in 7 days. So I was happy to see that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do the reading now. And I just sat down to film today. So let's begin. I want you to close your eyes wherever you're sitting. You don't have to change your position. Just stay where you are, be comfortable, relax, close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. Allow yourself to feel the movement of air on your skin, inside your lungs. Tap into the energy of this reading and of this space. Trust me and allow me to read your energy. Let me assure you that this is a safe and sacred space where there is absolutely no judgment. So whoever you are, however you are perfect as you are. And you don't need to change a thing about yourself. So you don't need to hide anything from me. I take this divine moment to invite your future spouse's energy. Please allow me to read the watercolor bowls, the cards for you today. I call upon with divine love your spirit guides, my spirit guides. So they help me channel messages for you. I just heard love letter, love letter. So yeah, very romantic. Somebody's future spouse here. Extremely romantic. I think it's for a lot of you actually. If you are new here and you've not watched my other readings, then go to a reading called Channel Love Letter from Your Future Spouse. I've already done that, so it's already up on my YouTube channel, so you might want to check that out. Now, I don't like to tell my viewers to watch another reading when they're here for one reading, but there was somebody's future spouse that probably wanted to give you some messages, so that was very specific. So if you feel called to watch that reading, Channel Love Letter, then go ahead and watch that one. I thank you for being here, for being you. And as always, I love you and cherish your presence. And with all of this divine love, gratitude in my heart, I'm going to begin pile 1, 2, and 3's reading. And now I'm going to start your reading, so I'm gonna see you at your piles. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose pile number 1, you chose this beautiful, beautiful indigo bowl. I sense a lot of new people clicking on this reading, and this pile specifically. So I'm going to explain how I'm going to do this reading. So basically, I'm an intuitive artist and a clairsentient, clairvoyant tarot reader, and I merge art with spirituality, and so I have created my own version of tarot readings called watercolor readings, where I basically have a lot of different types of watercolor readings. I have some channel paintings, then I have thread paintings, I have watercolor in bowl readings. So this one is going to function a little bit like a coffee grounds reading, where you've seen those coffee ground readings where the reader uses coffee to channel. But since I am an artist, I have a divine connection with the sacred element, which is water, and of course paint. So I thought I should do that, since that's the most comfortable for me, and I have not seen any watercolor readings as such on YouTube so far. I'm the only one because I've created them. And yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna start with your reading. So I'm gonna read this bowl just like you would read a coffee grounds cup, So let's begin. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story behind how this bowl was created. So you see how there are distinct 3 layers, right? This is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. And when I was waiting for this bowl to dry, so I'd actually kept it near the window just so it would be exposed to sun and the sunlight. So there was a squirrel that comes to my house almost every day, and it likes to sit near the window, and I actually knocked it off twice. So there was a little bit of water that fell down, and so you see that there is a gap between these 2 layers here, because that was the amount of water that fell down. And this cup was actually filled up to almost the brim, up to here, but yeah, because the dear squirrel actually knocked it over, and that created this beautiful, distinct, separate 3 layers. For the other bowls, we don't have that, because I kept this one and this one on another window, so, and that window remains closed most of the time, so we almost don't see any layers over there. But for this one, there are distinct layers, and I feel like the way you move through different stages of your lives is very distinct. So I'm seeing your childhood, then I'm seeing your adolescence, and I'm seeing you, the adult. I feel like you are somebody who has gone through a lot in your life. I sense a lot of old soul kind of energy, where I feel like you were always the mature child, or you were too grown up for your age, or people, like older people, would often say, you are so grown up and mature, you are so understanding, you are so intelligent. Even at 10 years old, even at 5 years old, you understood and saw through things that most adults would not. But this comes from a lot of pain and a lot of trauma. See here, I don't know why, but I got this very specific message. Now this is extremely specific, so do not get triggered. If it doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. But I actually saw an aborted baby, like the skin being extremely shriveled up just in the center of this bowl. You see how the center is very crumpled up for some reason, and the layers are, I feel like the layers are trying to invade each other or trying to dominate. There's just some kind of energy of being crumpled up, and I feel like you felt that way. If you didn't get an abortion, or if for some of you it was not an abortion, for some of you it could have been that you had a miscarriage. So that's what I'm seeing. My hands are actually shivering as I read your energy. So that's a very specific message. I think it could only be for like 1 or 2 of you out there. I don't see more than 10-20 people having that resonate with them. So if you didn't have a miscarriage or an abortion, it could be that your inner child was murdered. I feel like your innocence somehow was stolen. You were abused. I'm also seeing for somebody being sexually harassed, sexually abused. I heard the word rape. So these are very intense messages. Oh my god, I did not expect that. Wow, okay. I just feel like a lot of pessimism from you, which is understandable. I'm not here to tell you, you should think positive or whatever, because seeing what you have gone through, I feel like it's very difficult for you to stay on the brighter side. I do sense so much strength from you. Honestly, pile number 1, I sense a lot of strength from you. Okay, so I hope you know that you are strong enough to get through whatever this is, as impossible as it might feel. I feel like you just have a lot of versions of you die. Like you have a lot of ego deaths, you have a lot of dark nights of the soul, as they call it. And I sense that a lot of you go through one phase and then you die, then you go to another, and then you go through that phase and you learn whatever it is that you need to learn, then you die. And then I don't actually mean like literal death. Don't get triggered, I'm not actually talking about physical death, but I'm talking more about a metaphorical one, where when you go through something traumatic, like a part of you falls away. I'm seeing dead leaves. I'm seeing orange leaves fall off of trees in autumn. That's what spirit is showing me. And people think, oh wow, that's so beautiful, leaves falling off the tree, and we usually enjoy being under those trees and watching leaves spread across our feet on the road as we walk, and it looks so beautiful, right? But imagine what kind of experience that tree is having. Imagine how painful. The tree has to actually cut those leaves off, because nobody is doing that, right? The tree has to actually shed the leaves itself. And I feel like that's a process, that's a thing for you that's very difficult. I feel like there's a lot of gaps somehow. Like I feel like you might feel like there's a lot of, here there's a gap, here there's a gap, then you have gaps between these two layers, you have gaps here. So I feel like when you go through some kind of narcissistic abuse, you feel like there's a lot of parts of you missing, just because you rejected or disowned or dismissed those parts of you in order to survive. And I feel like you are trying to find yourself. You might have just clicked on this reading for fun, or just because you wanted to know, or you're curious about, okay, what will my future spouse like about me? But you see how I'm seeing this as little mountains. That's what spirit is showing me. You won't see it that way, obviously, but your spirit guides show me specific images in the bowl deliberately so I can read for you. And I'm seeing little mountains. So I feel like you're somebody who doesn't know their strength. Like I feel like a lot of you know how strong you are, but you're stronger than that. You are stronger than that. Okay, do not get discouraged, because your future spouse is coming through to say that they love your strength, and they love that how you've overcome these challenges with a lot of the love in your heart intact. I just can't get over this middle layer and the layers inside the middle layer. It's so beautiful to me. And I feel like even through all of your darkness, your future spouse is going to see light in you. But it's not like they don't see the darkness in you. They do see it. They do see all of your trauma. They do see all of your pain, and they love every aspect of you. So I don't get, they're not saying anything specific so far that, okay, I love her eyes, I love his face. It's not specific like that. It's very much like they just honor your existence, like, to say something like they love your eyes would feel like an insult to them, because they feel like it's too superficial to describe you. Like you deserve a love that is so deep, and you deserve a love that honors your soul and not just your physical appearance. So I don't see a lot of praise for your physical appearance as such. I do feel like they are going to find you highly, highly attractive, but it has to do with your energy and not your physical appearance as such. You know how these layers have dried up so beautifully. Look at that. The camera is not going to pick up the details as much as I want to, but here you go. This is what it looks like. Look at that. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to me. Oh my god, look at this. I just saw lightning here in this part and in this part. Yeah, I do feel like there were a lot of tower moments in your life where your sense of stability or your sense of calmness was destroyed. And I feel like your future spouse really wants to give you that sense of calm, that sense of peace. I feel like mostly they just want to give you a lot of peace and calm and harmony. There's not going to be a lot of drama as such in this relationship. 11 as I said that, so confirmation from spirit. There's going to be a lot of peace that you're going to feel with this person. It's not going to feel like you need to put a lot of effort into it, or you need to try really hard or chase, play games, play hard to get, like a cat and mouse chase. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be very equal partnership, and there's going to be a lot of strength and honor and respect for you from the bottom of their heart. Do you see this part of the paint right here? This part right here, this part. Spirit showed me like the waves rising and crashing on the shore on a huge rocks. Have you seen those beaches that have huge rocks, and then the waves crash into it, and that kind of stops the flow of the waves? That's what I'm seeing here. So you could be my water pile, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo. I just heard Leo, so you could be Leo, but Pisces, Scorpio and Cancer. You don't have to be. You could have a lot of 8th house placements, Scorpio placements, Pluto in 4th house placements. Some of you went through some kind of narcissistic abuse, some male authority figures. For some of you it was female, but the female authority figures was very less. I think it was some masculine energy, and I feel like for a lot of you developed some kind of fear around this masculine energy, or you developed this thing where you couldn't trust men, or you couldn't trust people that had a lot of distorted masculine energy. But Spirit is asking me to tell you that those people did not have divine masculine energy. They had a distorted masculine energy. So that's not how men treat women. That's not how men treat other people. Men that have divine masculine energy, right? They are always in their protective mode, not in possessive mode, right? They want to keep you safe, but they don't want to cage you, right? It's perfect. It's balanced. It's positive containment. You're going to feel safe with them, but you're not going to feel trapped, right? And it's so much more like your future spouse just wants to give you, make you feel safe. Okay, what do you need? Do you need a hug right now? Okay, then that's what you get. Okay, what do you need? Do you want me to finish all the chores of the house? Okay, then that's what you get. And that's what I'm seeing for you. So it's not so much about what they like about you. It's so focused on what they want to give you and the things they want to do for you. They're like, why don't you read for that? I want to do so much for them. I want to take them places. I want to travel with them. I have dreams with them. Let's talk about that. Talking about things that I like about them is so superficial. That's what I get. Do you see how there's a gap here again? So that tells me that your future spouse also could have had similar experiences. I feel like for some of you, your heart is breaking as you hear this. I'm sorry I'm talking too fast, but the messages are coming in so fast that if I don't say it, then I'll forget it, and I can't do that. But yeah, your future spouse could have be somebody that was also abused or had some kind of female authority figures or masculine authority figures dominate them or try to subjugate their spirit somehow. But your future spouse prevailed at the end and they won. I feel like they left this kind of energy behind just as you did, and I feel like that is why you're meeting, because you've done the healing, you've left all of these people behind, and that is why you're going to meet. So I'm gonna hold this bowl up for you just in case you see something in it and you see a message directly for you. This is what it looks like. Wow, I just can't get over these layers. They are so beautiful. I'm gonna have such a hard time washing this away because your reading is so beautiful, your energy is so beautiful, and your future spouse's energy, of course, is just wonderful. Now I'm going to put this bowl here and let's start with your tarot cards. Future spouse, please tell us what do you like about pile number 1. Please tell us. Wow. Please tell us what you like about pile number 1. Okay. So 2 cards fell out for you. Oh my god, wow. You have the death. What was I saying? This is just a reconfirmation. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Death is Scorpio energy personified. You know that, right? Plutonic energy. You went through a lot. You see how there is a child. She looks like a child to me. Look at her trying to raise that curtain. I feel like you could have been the scapegoated child of your family, or just a child that saw through a lot of illusions and shadows and trauma of your family, and you were like, oh, no, no, I am not participating in that. I don't care how much you want to pretend you're the good person. You're not. You're not the good person. I have seen through your facade. I have raised the curtain. I know who you are. And look what you have alongside that. You have the King of Wands. Wow. Your future spouse really, really loves your strength. So much respect for your strength. So much respect for your strength. I'm gonna place these cards here just because the light is super glaring and the cards are reflective. You won't be able to see the imagery. And I'm gonna pull one final oracle card. What do you like about pile number 1? Please tell us what do you like about pile number 1, please. I'm gonna take these 2. Actually, I feel like there's 3. Wow, you have the shaman. Wow, I love this. And what else do you have? The judge. Oh, how interesting. And you have the offering. Wow. Wow. You see how I said that your future spouse just wants to give, 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 and we have the offering here. They just want to give, give, give. I feel like your future spouse is really going to make you feel loved, and I feel like that's something that's a priority. So I feel like it doesn't even matter to them what they like or don't like about you. I feel like they don't actively think about that, or they are not going to actively think about that. I just feel like it's so focused on your existence and your energy, like I said, that that's not something that they think about, like what do I like about them. It doesn't matter. I feel like they just like your existence. With the King of Wands being here, I did say that they admire your strength. And then we have the shaman here, right, along with the King of Wands. So I feel like you might be psychic or clairsentient. I just heard intuitive, clairintuitive. I don't think that's a word though, but yeah, some kind of clairvoyance. You could be able to see visions. You could have visions of the future before it happens. Yeah. And look at how there's a diamond here, and the back of these cards is actually very diamond like. You see how there's diamond and a diamond in the card. So I feel like all of the things that caused you pain actually forged you. Like they made you. And look at this. We have the skull here, and then we have the skull here. We have 3 skulls in the shaman card, and then we have 1 in the death card. Yeah. And I see this golden egg as your heart, and I feel like you really protected your heart and you really protected your innocence. I do feel like you lost some parts of yourself, but I do see you protecting your integrity and trying your best, trying your hardest not to be like your abusers or like the people that disrespected you, mistreated you. For some of you, I'm seeing you could have had some kind of disability, or you still have some disability, physical disability, and people tried to make you feel bad about it. That was very specific, so it could only, so maybe it's only for one of you. But I do see that to your future spouse, that's not something that's going to matter. I'm seeing like a happy couple where people try to ask your future spouse, like, what's it like dating this kind of person? And they're like, what do you mean this kind? What do you mean? Because they just see you as like a normal person, and they just love you like a normal person. Like it's not a big deal to them. Oh, you were abused. Oh, you have some disability. Oh, you have some kind of genetic problem or disease, oh, it doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean this kind of person? Like, they don't like that. They don't like that. With the Judge being here, I do see a lot of justice for you. So whoever these people were, I feel like karma is going to come to because we have Death and Judge here. So I feel like karma is going to come, and I heard a bad word, but karma is going to come and F things up for the people that mistreated you, abused you, whatever. And then we have the Moon here also. Strong intuitive abilities you have, strong psychic abilities you have, strong. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. There's so much. I feel like what your future spouse likes the most about you is just your existence. But with the Peacock being here, I do feel like they are going to be attracted to your physical appearance as well, but that's not something that they focus on. That's not something that they think about. I think it's your soul that they are in love with. So I feel like, and the way that you have transmuted all of this energy and, you know, elevated and to the next spiritual level, you have awakened to what was happening around you. I feel like you're an awakened psychic soul. You could be a light worker, a star seed. That's what I'm seeing for you. Like, you are one of those people that are here to help create the new earth. And for people that are helping create the new earth, they often have to go through a lot, right? I feel like I do sense that for some of you, I do sense there's some sort of peace right now for you. There's some kind of peace for you. I feel like you've made peace with your past, and your future spouse is going to be in awe of that. This is also something that they're going to like about you. You know, how does one move on from something like that? They don't get it, but all they know is that they like you and love you so much, so much. I just feel like I should pick this card. I don't know what this is. The Storm. Wow. So I did feel 4 cards for you. I'm gonna place this here. The Storm, yeah, of course. I did say that there are a lot of tower moments, right? This is just so much confirmation. You have Storm, Shaman, you have Death here. All I can say, pile number 1, is that keep doing what you do. You are on the right path. You are on the right path. The path that you are on right now is going to lead you to your future spouse. So if you had any doubts, if you were wondering, okay, what am I doing with my life? I don't know, I have dreams. I don't have, I don't know where I'm going. I'm directionless. You are on the right path. Whatever is happening right now is happening for your highest good. So please do not forget to trust Spirit. Spirit has a plan for you, okay? And the sun is going to come back into your life soon. But I feel like for a lot of you, before you meet your future spouse, I sense that you will get to a place where you're so happy with yourself. That's what I'm feeling. Like, you will get to a place where you are so happy with yourself that you won't be focusing so much on your future spouse. And I feel like that is when they are going to come in. When both of you are at your most complete, at your most awakened, that's when you're going to come in, so that it doesn't so that the same toxic patterns don't repeat in your life, right? Like patterns of codependency, patterns of abuse, neglect, toxicity. The Spirit does not want those patterns to be repeated. So I feel like Spirit is really taking care, your spirit guides too, they are really taking care that your spirit guides are praying for you. Yeah, they're really taking care that those themes do not repeat in your life. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna end your reading here. I hope you liked this reading. If you're here for the first time, I love you so much. Oh my god, pile number 1, I'm sending you so much love, sending you so much light. And yeah, like this video if you like the reading. Subscribe, comment, let me know what parts of this reading resonated. I would love to know more about you, pile number 1. Please leave like a comment below telling me what you've gone through. I feel like it's very specific for each one of you, so it's going to be very specific experiences, even in terms of abuse. Like, it's not going to be the same for all of you, right? So yeah, let me know. But if you're not comfortable with sharing, please do not share, because your comfort is of utmost priority to me. So only if you feel comfortable sharing, do share that. If you don't, it's okay. You don't have to, you can just like this reading. It's okay. It's okay. And yeah, let me know if you like this style of watercolor readings. And yeah, I'm gonna hopefully see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. And I also take this moment to thank your spirit guides, my spirit guides. I thank your spirit guides for protecting you, and for coming through today and helping me channel for you and give you accurate and beautiful messages, and also your future spouse. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna end the reading here. Bye. Hello my loves, I welcome you to your reading. If you chose pile number 2 or bowl number 2, you chose this beautiful neon pinkish kind of color. So it's not actually neon, but the pink color shows up brightly because of the white background of the bowl, so that's why it looks neon. This is actually quinacridone lilac from the Daniel Smith watercolors. And yeah, let's begin your reading. So if you are new to my channel, hi, this is Mystique. I'm an intuitive artist and a clairsentient clairvoyant tarot reader, and I like to fuse spirituality with art. So I do a lot of I've created my own brand of readings called watercolor readings, and this is one of those types. And you'll find other types of watercolor readings on my channel, but here I actually left this bowl to dry for about 7 days, and yeah, I'm gonna read this like a coffee ground bowl. So immediately I sense that you have a lot of cheerful energy, a lot of bubbly personality. I sense a lot of positive energy. I sense a lot of fire placements, especially Sagittarius. You have a lot of drive. You have a lot of like, okay, I'm gonna do this, let's try that, let's go travel, let's go, that kind of energy you have. And I feel like that's something your future spouse is going to love. I'm seeing like a classic like a serious CEO and a bubbly girl kind of trope. Is that what it's called? Is it called trope? If you can hear that background noise, I'm so sorry. There's some kind of construction going on, and yeah, I can't help it. But yeah, immediately as soon as I picked the quinacridone lilac, I picked this color intuitively. Okay, so I do not color these bowls myself, and I leave it to spirit. And for me, this was very much what's a movie spirit? Okay, so there is a Bollywood movie called Jab We Met, and there's the main male character in that is actually the owner of a huge company, which is just lost and drowning because he's extremely depressed and not feeling good. And then there's the main female character which comes into his life and is like, oh my god, how are you, that kind of energy. She's so loud and she's so optimistic, and one of the dialogues from that movie is actually very famous. मैं अपनी favorite हूँ ऐसे, something like that, yeah. And which basically translates to I am my own favorite. And he just falls in love with the love that she has for herself. At first it doesn't start off with like a romantic love from the main character's side. It's actually so much like she gave him life, like she breathed life into him, and I sense that from you. I feel like you're going to breathe a lot of life into your future spouse. I feel like your future spouse is more like a serious, silent type, and you're going to be the person who's like, hi, let's do this today, hi. And like that, I can't even emulate your energy so well because I'm usually very quiet, but you know what I mean. But you've had your fair share of ups and downs, but I feel like you don't let the downs get you down. You don't let the hard moments of life make you pessimistic. I feel like you try really hard to stay optimistic, and you try really hard to be confident and feel good about yourself. I feel like it's taken you a while to feel this good about yourself, and I feel like you're going to just loving yourself. I feel like you're falling in love with loving yourself, and that is something that your future spouse is also going to like a lot about you. What else, Spirit? For some of you, I'm seeing there's some kind of family trauma, I just heard, or there could be some kind of family problems. What kind of family problems? You could be like, there's some kind of difference between you two. Like you could be of one religion, and then your person or your future spouse is of another religion, and then that's why your families don't approve. I just saw the film Two States, which is also a Hindi film, where the girl is actually from a South Indian Hindu family and the boy is actually a Muslim family. Yeah, I don't remember, I saw it quite a long time ago actually. A little bit like a Romeo Juliet kind of situation, where both of you love each other, but your parents don't approve. I feel like this is not something to worry about, because once your parents and their families see how much love you have for each other, this is not going to be a big deal for a lot of you. For some of you it could be, but for a lot of you I don't think it is. And I feel like your family is going to be like, you're going to succeed in convincing them and telling them like, okay, we really do love each other, and religion does not even matter, like, differences don't even matter. So what if we're from another country? So what if we are different race? What if I'm white and he's black? So what if I'm brown and he's Asian? It doesn't matter, because the love that we have in our heart is so much bigger and vast and it's not based on superficial things like our physical appearance, because that's not something that we focus on. And I feel like you and your future spouse are so much in love with each other that physical appearance is not a factor. I do feel like they are very attracted to your physical presence, especially if you are different from them somehow. Like if they are white and Caucasian and you are, let's say, like a black, and you have black African female. I just saw a black African Somalian female. You know how they have very distinct physical features, like very tall, wide foreheads, full lips, curly hair, signature curls, dreadlocks. So I'm seeing that. I feel like they are going to be love how different you are from them. So the differences actually make your relationship spicier. They don't make it's not a point of conflict for both of you. It's really not. I feel like you're so above that. It's like, why are we even fighting over this? I love that so much about you. I love your skin color, I love your hair, I love your natural hair. I feel like your future spouse is going to love you natural, like without makeup, just in your sweatshirt. That's what they like. That's when they like you most. Like, you don't need to dress up so much. They are going to love you dressing up, but they just like your presence and your overall energy and your aura. It's very comforting and soothing to them. And so it doesn't matter whether you have makeup on or not. If you are a female watching this and you have hair on your body, they're going to like that, or at least they won't mind that. They just understand and accept the female anatomy so much, and they don't have unrealistic expectations. So you don't have to get yourself waxed all the time, or worry about, oh my god, I stink. It won't bother them. They like your natural smell, they like your natural scent, they like your natural physique, they like your curves. If you have a little bit of a belly rolls going on, stretch marks going on, they like that about you. They're not going to mind that. They love that, how natural you are. They could have, like, I'm feeling some kind of Cancer energy from them. You know how some Cancer men, some very evolved Cancer men actually love female anatomy and love natural what do I call it, natural physical traits like stretch marks. That's a natural phenomenon that occurs, but for some reason the beauty standards don't fit stretch marks. I just heard the lyrics from one of the Kendrick Lamar songs. I'm forgetting the name of it, but there's one of the lyrics that goes, "Show me something natural like Afro and Richard Pryor. Show me something natural like but with some stretch marks." Now, he did not say but, he said something else, but I'm not gonna say that. You already know. Yeah, they could like your butt. They could. Yeah, for some of you, they really like your butt. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman watching this. I feel like your future spouse really loves your butt. Yeah, that was strong. That was so strong. That was really strong. Okay. Now I'm gonna start with your tarot cards. So, for pile number 2, please, future spouse, please come through. What do you like about pile number 2? Oh, this wants to come out really. And this, and this, and this. Okay, 4 cards for you. Beautiful. You have the 7 of Cups. You have the 8 of Cups. Oh, okay. You have the Knight of Coins and you have the King of Cups. Okay. Interesting. With the 7 of Cups and 8 of Cups being here, I feel like when you meet them, at the time you meet them, there's going to be some kind of energy of like an illusion being shattered. Like, I'm seeing fog lifting up, and I'm seeing, but it's not in a bad way, right? It's actually in a good way. Like, the fog lifts up, something falls down. There's this feeling of like there's something that's falling apart in your life at the time you meet your future spouse. There's something falls apart, but it's for the good. So maybe you find out that somebody betrayed you, or somebody was cheating you all this time, or somebody was saying bad things behind your back about you all the time, and you didn't know, but then you find out. And it's like, you should know if there's somebody who's betraying your trust, even if it hurts, because if you don't know, then how are you going to protect yourself against them, right? So I feel like it's in that context. But I feel like the fog lifts up, and there's on an energetic level, I just saw like whoosh. So I feel like some kind of energy, some kind of bad energy is like whoosh, like falls away, like an evil eye that goes away. I'm not saying that you could have evil eye, but for some of you, you could. But like the effect of that energy dissipates or stops at the time you meet this future spouse. And I feel like that is one of your wishes that comes true. That is one of your wishes that comes true. Like, you were waiting for that to happen, and then it happens. You meet your future spouse. Because that event is going to somehow lead to your fated encounter with, your person. I also feel like you're going to feel like you hit the jackpot after finding out that somebody betrayed you, or somebody broke your trust or something. Whatever this bad event, like this person, that person, whoever this like bad energy is coming from, that person is probably thinking like, oh, pile number 2 is not going to be able to do anything about that. And but the joke's on them, because your future spouse is going to end up with you. With the Knight of Coins being here, I see that you're going to have to be patient, because Spirit is working behind the scenes to bring this person to you, right? Spirit is working behind the scenes to bring this person to you. So you have to be a little patient, because there's a lot of things that I see, a lot of movement and energetic shifts behind the scenes that are invisible, but that's what they are showing me. So you have to be patient, because you might be wondering, oh, when are they coming? I don't know when they are coming, but they are. With the King of Cups reversed here, why are these 2 cards reversed here, Spirit? Are some of you BTS fans? Because I don't know why, but I saw this as an army bomb, this light figure right here, this. Now you don't have to be. Look at this gorgeous water creature. Looks scary, but isn't he beautiful? Isn't he beautiful? Yeah. Why is it reversed, spirit? It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. I feel like you might not recognize them. They are going to recognize you. That's why it's reversed. Like, they are your king, but it's reversed. So you might not see them as your king or queen at first. I feel like you're not going to focus on them. I feel like you're focused on yourself when you meet them. So, and they are going to love that, of course. They are going to love that. And I feel like the fog is going to lift and you find out, oh, this person had a crush on you all this time, and then the relationship picks up very organically. But I feel like your future spouse is going to like you first. What do you like about pile 2? Future spouse, please tell us what you like about pile. Wow. Okay, you also have the shaman, and I'm gonna take this. The self, and I'm gonna take this one as well. I'm not gonna take this one. You just knocked my deco. So we have the self, we have the maiden, and then we have the shaman. We did get shaman for pile number 1 as well. So some of you could be coming from pile number 1 or be drawn to pile number 1. Now pile number 1 had some really heavy energy, so if you feel called to watch it, okay? But if you don't feel so, don't. Yeah, I sense a lot of clear intuitive abilities from you. Maybe for some of you, you'll be able to sense that you're going to meet your future spouse, but you won't be able to place it and say it exactly like, okay, this person. Like, you're not going to, I feel like you're going to see a silhouette, or you're going to recognize your future spouse with the energy, and not so much like a physical appearance, like, oh, I know my future spouse is this tall and they have blue eyes. It's not like that. I feel like it's very energetic based. The maiden, whoa, okay. And you have the shaman here. Wow. So this is like a personification of a Plutonic S energy, but also very innocent Cancer energy. You could have, I'm sensing that your dominant energy is Cancer and Scorpio, but you don't have to have those necessary zodiac placements, but I just sense like a lot of Cancer, Scorpio, 8th house, Plutonic energy from you. I did say that you're focused on yourself and you're not going to be focused on meeting this person. So I feel like the fact that you're focused on yourself is something that your future spouse is going to like a lot about you. And you have the 8 here. 8th house is usually like a Plutonic house, the house of death, the house of transformation. And then you have the 8 of Cups here as well. So a lot of 8s. Yeah, very, very financially and physically abundant. That's also something I'm hearing. Very financially and physically abundant. Your future spouse and you both. I feel like at the time you meet this person, you are so focused on yourself, building your career. I feel like you're going to be in a place where you are so successful or abundant, or like whatever you're doing, you're succeeding at that. So it's not like, I feel like you're so focused on your own work that you forgot that you even wished for a person like your future spouse. And then they come in, and then you're going to say, oh, I wished for that, it came true, I wished for that. And look how there's so much colors going on here, right? And you have the pink here, obviously you have some pink here, and you have all of the colors of the rainbow here. So you have a really colorful personality. That's also something that they like about you. They are drawn to your innocence and your physique. I heard physique. You could be tall and lean, no matter your gender, but you don't have to be. They could be drawn to your chest. Seeing these two here, they look like nipples to me, but yeah, that's just me. The maiden. I feel like some of you could have never dated anybody. Like, maybe you saved yourself, maybe you don't believe in having like frivolous one night stands, and reckless situationships and all that, and you want something deeper, and it's almost like, okay, I'm not going to give my energy to temporary people because they're just going to break my heart and leave me at the end, which I don't like and I don't deserve. So you saved yourself for this person, and this person is kind of like a wish fulfillment. You see how there's Aladdin here and there's a lot of lamps here, but I see that there's a lot of your wishes coming true. I just heard the word genie. Genie is that figure that comes out from this lamp to grant the wishes, and I feel like your genie is your spirit guides, and they are going to grant this wish. And it's because of the purity in your heart. It's because you are in the process of developing a healthy sense of self. If you didn't have boundaries, you're in the process of having healthy sense of self. You could be like have a lot of healing shamanic energy. That is also something your future spouse likes most about you. So it's yourself, of course, everything about you, then your innocence, your delicateness. Like I'm seeing soft skin, soft hair, like I'm seeing hands. I'm seeing like hands brushing the cheek, like how you put that hand like that and they hold you. I'm seeing like your future spouse holding you like that, your face like that, like cupping your face like that. Very gentle with you. That's what they like about you. Like they want to protect you, they want to keep you safe, they want to guard you. Then you also have the shaman here, so I feel like they are going to if you are female watching this or have divine feminine energy, then you have a lot of wisdom in your soul and in your body, and they are going to trust you on things because they are going to very I want to say like a grandmother energy, but don't take this in a negative way. I'll explain what I mean by that. So you know how in ancient times grandmothers used to just look at a person and be like, okay, drink this, you'll be fine. Okay, do this, eat this herbal medicine, drink this. And then the person would listen to that, and it makes no sense. Like, how am I going to get cured with just one thing? I've been trying to cure this for years. But then they try that and they become better. And I feel like you have that energy where you might tell your future spouse, if they have masculine energy, you'll tell your future spouse, like, you shouldn't do that. I just have a bad feeling. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go there today. I just have a bad feeling. They're going to honor that and respect that. Like, okay, my maiden, my woman, my man said this, so I'm not going to go there. And logically it doesn't make sense, but intuitively it makes perfect sense. So they are going to respect your intuition a lot. There's a lot of respect for your intuition, for your guidance, for your wisdom, for your psychic abilities. Your future spouse really trusts you on these things. They might even consult with you before they start up a new business, like what's a good day to do this, what's a like, our energies of today good for. I just heard muhurat. So for some of you in India, there's this word called muhurat, like shubh muhurat, which is like which roughly translates to like a sacred timing. Like so when Indians have weddings or anything, they have tithis and sacred dates. So they want to get married on a day that has good energy, right? Like the planets are have good energy, and there's a lot of cheerful energy in the universe and on the planet. So that's what they want to go for. And so that's what I'm saying. They'll ask you that, though. Like, they won't go to a priest. They'll just ask you because you're more knowledgeable, or you're just as knowledgeable as a priest. So they'll ask you because you're so in tune with your intuition and with the energies of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, that they don't have to go to anyone else for any kind of guidance or wisdom. They can just come to you. I have like a lot of high priestessy kind of energy, honestly. I don't know why it didn't come out, but yeah, a lot of high priestessy energy. Anyway, I think that's all for your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and consider liking if you like the reading. Subscribe, comment down below if it resonated with you. I really love your energy. I would love to know more about you. Pile number 2. And yeah, I want to take this moment to thank your spirit guides, my spirit guides, your future spouse's energies to come through and helping me to relay these beautiful messages. The watercolor bowl and the water that we used for this one, all of the cards and the card decks that I use. Thank you so much for giving me the correct information to give to Paltu. Yeah, with the moon here. Finally, lastly, I was drawn to the moon. You know how in the High Priestess card there is a moon, and it's one of the important symbols of a High Priestess card because it denotes intuition. It denotes like Cancer energy, moon energy, lunar energy, which is feminine energy. Yeah, a lot of feminine energy in you. You could mostly be females watching this, but you don't have to be. I don't keep this gender specific, I keep this energy specific. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna say bye to you, and hopefully I will see you in my next reading if you like this one. And if not, I take your leave, and I thank you and love you and cherish you for watching this one. Bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose this green colored bowl number 3 or pile 3, then this will be your reading. So I actually picked out these colors intuitively, so I did not pick the green myself. I was actually guided by your spirit guides to pick up this green. Immediately I sense a lot of nature, like I'm seeing a lot of like staring into trees, staring into a forest. So you could have a lot of earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, especially Taurus and Virgo. I sense a lot of Taurus and Virgo energy, but you don't have to have that. That's just what I'm sensing. You don't have to have those placements, but your energy is very earthy to me. Yeah, so let's begin. What does your future spouse like about pile number 3? Yeah, you see how there is like this piece of, I don't know what this is, but this right here, I just heard resilience when I saw that. Resilience. They love your resilience. They love your steadfastness. I'm being shown mountains here. So I always take mountains as a symbol of strength, like a symbol of I'm going to stand here. It doesn't matter if you want to walk through me or pass through me or whatever. I'm not going to move. I'm going to stand up for myself, and I'm going to stay firm. I'm going to stand my ground. And I feel like you have that kind of energy, and this is something that your future spouse loves about you. They really like this about you, that you always stand your ground. You own up to your mistakes. You're not somebody who goes round and round, talks round and round in circles. You're very straightforward in your communication. If you make a mistake, you have the humility and the integrity to apologize first. Like, you don't create drama. You don't try to blame the other person. Oh, it's only because of you. I feel like you don't say that. You take accountability for who you are and your actions. There's a lot of maturity coming through. I feel like there's a lot of maturity that's coming through from the energy of this bowl to me. So you could be very mature, like very grown up at a very young age. And I feel like this is something that you don't realize about yourself. You're probably sitting there and thinking like, oh, I'm not that grown up. But you are. You are. For some of you, you already know this. For some of you, you might not believe it even if you know it. Your future spouse might also like to see you in dresses. If you wear dresses, then they like to see you in dresses. That's a very specific message. Maybe you'll be wearing a dress when you first meet them. Yeah, a dress. I'm hearing the song Taylor Swift's Dress. It's literally called Dress. Only bought this dress so you could take it off. Take it off. And that's one of the lyrics in the chorus. Yeah, oh my god, such like beautiful, immaculate energy. Your future spouse is really attracted to you physically, but it's so clean. It's so clean, like it's not dirty. You know what I mean? Like, it is S, okay? S, you know what I'm saying, right? But it's so clean. It's so healthy. Like, it's such a healthy expression of S. They're really going to honor your boundaries. If you don't feel like you don't want to have S, then they'll honor that. They'll respect that. Like, they won't force you to be physically intimate if you don't feel like it, you know. And they see, your future spouse sees physical intimacy as a way to connect with you more, as a way to merge their soul with yours, as a way to fuse their energy with yours. So they are not going they are not how do I say that, they are not they don't like to waste their energy, in the sense that they don't just like sleep with anyone, they don't just spend the night with anyone. They're really careful about who they sleep with. They too, like you, honor their body. And you know, S energy is one of the pivotal energies. Actually, S energy is life energy. It's not that they are different from each other. I just heard the word chi. You know how some monks used to not masturbate, and they actually don't they don't they actually retain their semen, and they abstinence, is that the word? Abstaining from physical intercourse. Yeah, I feel like your future spouse is in that period where, but I'm not saying they're a monk. For some of you they could be, but that's not like for everyone. But I'm seeing that they are abstaining from being physically intimate with each other because people don't see S like they do. They don't have the same respect. Like, they don't see physical intimacy as something divine and sacred. And I feel like your future spouse really sees physical intimacy as something that is to be cherished, to be loved, to be shared, something that is divine, sacred, you know, something that allows you to connect deeper with your partner. So they are, yeah, they don't approve of this whole like friends with benefits situationships and all that. Your future spouse also really likes your natural curves, your natural body. If you are a man watching this, they really like your natural hair. If you have like leg hair, arm hair, your future spouse likes it. You don't have to wax it off. Like, they just like you natural. I'm seeing this kind of bohemian vibe to you both, where you're very content living in a forest. You're not seduced by the modern life and success and, you know, that fast-paced degenerative life where everybody's trying to get somewhere but they get nowhere. They're not even happy, they're not even fulfilled. I feel like for a lot of you, you might not be a huge fan of the modern life, and you might be seriously considering moving to a countryside just so you can live around nature. Because I feel like for a lot of you, at some point in your time, you realize that how important it is for you to have a connection with nature, how important it is for you to meditate and just be in tune with the energies of the cycles of the earth, the sun, the moon, the energies of the trees. I see somebody just, you know, hugging a tree. And somebody who's living in a city or is a modern person will probably look at that and be like, oh, like, this person is crazy, they're hugging a tree, this person is crazy. But no, you're not. You know, you are divine, you are feminine, you are beautiful, you are masculine. You are so in tune with Mother Gaia that you take even the tree as part of yourself. Like, you don't look at a tree and think, okay, that's a non-living thing. No, you see it as part of Mother Gaia and you love it. You see an animal and you love it. Like, you don't need to have a reason. You don't need to like, you don't just love human beings. I feel like you just have a lot of respect and love for Mother Gaia's creations. So anything that's part of this earth, anything that's natural, anything that's nature, you love it. You know how funny it is? The word natural actually comes from nature, right? So, and nature can mean two different things, right? Nature could mean actual nature, which is Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, or it could mean nature as in, oh, this is this person's nature, this is this person's character, referring to how this person is, right? Nature, like that. And like a state of non-pretense, natural, you know, and the word natural actually comes from that nature. So I feel like for you it's like that. It's like a fusion of these two things, where you're very natural in terms of not being fake, in terms of not lying to yourself, or not trying to convince yourself, not trying to be happy with a modern fast-paced life if that's not something you want. You know, you're very happy living in a forest, meditating every day, doing your yoga asanas, your yoga poses, hatha yoga, ashtanga yoga. Yeah, that's what I feel from you. A lot of you are meditative already, so a lot of or you take care a lot of your health. That's what I'm feeling. Like you're not seduced by all these makeup brands and product brands and food brands. Like they tell you to eat this, eat that, do this to your face, you know, buy this product, buy these clothes, this is the trend. Like you don't get seduced by that, because I feel like you're so above it, you know. You just you're like, okay, I can see through that deception, I'm not going to fall for it. They just want their business to be successful. That's why they are trying to get people to buy all of this nonsensical stuff, which is actually not needed and not required for human well-being. That's what I feel from you. And I feel like your future spouse is also going to have a similar mirroring kind of energy with you. They are also very similar to you. They also have the same values as you. They also want to have like a natural birth. You know, they don't want you to, they might not like during childbirth you might not even need or want to go to a hospital, because the hospital lights and the AC environment, you know, the children are actually kept in the ICU or some kind of like special room, and that air is actually not good for children because it irritates them a lot. And at that moment when they are born, they really need to be close to their mothers, you know, because they just got separated from the mother after 9 months being inside their mothers, right? And it's very important that they get that feeling of like they are not abandoned, you know, they are not discarded. The mother is still with them, the warmth is still with them. It's very important for them to have that feeling. So I feel like you really understand your child's needs on an intuitive, psychic, divine feminine wisdom level, and you're going to listen to your body. You're not going to listen to doctors. You're not, if the doctor says, okay, this is a genetic condition, you know, this is never going to be cured, I feel like you're going to find a cure just by listening to your body and its natural rhythms and cycles. Like you could have cured something that was in your family line, and people are in awe, like, how did you do that? How did you do that? But they don't, if you explain to them 12 on the clock, if you explain to them, they wouldn't understand what you mean by that. I'm also being taken to Joe Dispenza's books, Breaking the Habit of Being Me or something like. He also had a similar thing happen to him where he broke his vertebral column and spinal cord in a car accident or in some kind of accident, and doctors told him, oh, you're never going to be able to walk again, you're never going to be able to do all of those things that you want. The fact that you're alive, you should be grateful for that. And he was like, no. And he actually manifested a state of perfect health, and today he walks and talks, and obviously he's a well-renowned author and speaker. So yeah, watch one of his talks on YouTube, because he really is magical. But it's not that he's magical, you know, every human being is magical. They just don't know it yet. And he is one of those magical human beings to show that, you know, you, a human being, you too have the same magic as me, because we're all the same at the end of the day. We're all made up from the same source. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Wow. I love this earth energy so much. It's so calming. It's so grounded. I feel so grounded. I feel so connected to my intuition. I feel so good. So I'm actually being called to use this deck. This is the Muse Tarot. So yeah, future spouse, please come through and tell us, what do you love most about pile number, oh wow. And we have the 10 of materials. Of course we do. we have the Ace of Inspiration, Page of Voices. I'm going to take that and not these two. I'm going to take this one though, and these two. Okay. Of course, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Ace of Inspiration, which is the Ace of Wands. We have the Page of Voices, and then we have Page of Materials just under the Ten of Materials. Gorgeous. We have the Tower. Look at the green. Look at the green. And we have the Seven of Voices under the Page of Voices. Wow. So we have Voices card falling under that, and then we have the Pentacle cards falling. Yeah, there's a lot of synchronicities in your life. I feel like with the Tower being here, you could have gone through something like a shadow moment where you gave in to your shadow side. And I feel like there were consequences for that. So you already know what I'm talking about. Like there's this energy of like this is just an example, don't get triggered, this is just an example, but let's say that you look at a girl and then you get jealous of her, and then you unintentionally talk bad about her, and then you catch yourself and you realize, oh my god, I'm only saying this bad thing because I'm jealous of this person. So I sense a lot of shadow work from you, and then you stop, like you catch yourself in that moment itself and you stop. 6 + 1 = 7. So you stop, like both of these cards are giving me that energy. You see how there's a fox here? Focus. Yeah. And you turn that into, like you turn your shadow side into awakened conscious light. Like you're not afraid to bring your shadow to the light, and you're not afraid to admit to yourself that you were jealous, or you were angry, or you were in pain, or anything that people try to suppress, reject, deny, disown in you. You don't allow them to, because you stand up in your truth and in your shadow so well that nobody can tell you who you are, because you have such a strong, that's one of the reasons why you have such a strong sense of self, is because you have a really good ownership, you have really good authority over the shadow side. But it's not so much an authority, it's just it's not even control, it's just that you are very aware, like your eyes are open, and you're not afraid to catch yourself in those moments and be like, oh, I'm only saying this about this person because I am the one who's jealous, so I am the one who probably has low self-esteem, or for whatever reason I don't love myself enough, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I feel like the more you keep doing that, you step into this Ace of Inspiration, Page of Pentacles energy, where you, like, that becomes a key to your financial abundance. I'm also seeing your future spouse, you teaching this to your future spouse, and your future spouse liking that about you, like how to transmute negative energy, negative emotions, how to put that into something positive, but not in a superficial way where you just distract yourself with work, right? Not in a superficial way like that, but really understanding and getting to the core of your childhood trauma, of your memories, of your suppressed aspects of self, really getting to the core and the bottom of it and bringing that to light. Ace of Wands, right? The wand, which is fire energy, bringing that to light. And you see how she's wearing the glasses and she has her hands, so that, yeah, and there's these girls dancing around who are wearing like all black. Yeah, so that's what they like about you, that you are going to teach them how to deal with their more negative aspects of self, like more negative things about themselves. You have the Mirror, and you have the Offering. Wow, okay. Yeah. You see how the Mirror also has a, I did say that your future spouse is going to be like very similar energy to yours, like they're going to mirror you somehow, right? And this is again a confirmation that they will mirror your energy, or they will, it's a mirroring in the sense of not like they're copying you, but it's more like if you are a man watching this and you like a woman, she's going to have the same kind of energy, right? So she's also like, you'll be in your masculine energy, but she'll be in her feminine energy. She will be like, okay, I'm going to focus on being on my wisdom, on my body, on what my body wants to say. Does my body like food right now? What kind of food does my body need right now? What kind of medicine does my body need right now? But not medicine in terms of like pills, but medicine in terms of like, does my body need love? Does my body need a break from work? Like that kind of medicine. And we have the offering here. The offering actually came out for pile 1 as well, so if you could be drawn to pile 1, you don't have to be, because they also had a similar theme with the death card. Also they had the death card as well. And yeah, so if there is a part of like that feels like there's something missing here, you could go and check that out. And look at the green. You see how there's green now? I did not plan this. Spirit does this for me. Like, your earth energy seems to be a pivotal part of your life. I feel like you're going to live a financially abundant, a physically abundant life in terms of your health, in terms of your finances, in terms of your love. Like, there's just a lot of abundance in all aspects of your life. And you will have that with your future spouse. I feel like that's the kind of life you're going to have together. They want to grow with you, and they see you as a person that they can grow with in every aspect of their life, because you mirror them. Like, you have the same energy, you have the same set of values, so it becomes easier. There's hardly conflicts, hardly ever. I don't see you fighting. And I feel like this is something your future spouse really likes about you. They really love this about you, how you are so connected. If you are a man, then and you're asking for a female, then they like, you're going to love that she's so connected to her divine intuition and her divine wisdom, her divine feminine nature. And if you are a female watching this, then you're going to love how your man is going to be so connected to his masculine energy and so interested in providing you that positive containment, that positive safety, not possession, that protection, that providing. They're going to take care of things on the physical plane. Like, do you need groceries? Done. Do you need money for like going to get your hair done? Done. They're going to pamper you a lot as well. They like to pamper you. They like to see you happy. They like to see you feel fulfilled and great about yourself. So if you want to get your hair done, you see how the hair is so prominent here. If you want to get your hair done, you want to get like some kind of skin treatment, like you want to get your face cleaned or something, like they're going to offer that to you. Offering, right? One of their love languages could be acts of service, so they're going to take care of everything for you. I don't see them being extremely vocal, but you will never doubt their love. You will never doubt what they like about you. They'll always let you know somehow. Like, you'll always come to know at the end of the day that they like this specifically. They also love your eyes seems to be very important. I feel like you could have a lot of eye contact, or like to maintain eye contact, or just like to look into each other's eyes a lot, because I feel like if with the mirror being here, I feel like they see through your eyes and into your soul. But it makes you feel safe, it makes you feel good about it. It's not a bad feeling, because this person really loves you. This person really holds you dear. Yeah, that's what I feel for you. And I'm going to take this moment to thank your spirit guides, my spirit guides, you, your future spouse's energy. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for all of the cards, the sacred water and the watercolor that I used today, for helping me give the accurate and beautiful messages, and this beautiful green synchronicity, which I love so much. Thank you so much for this, spirit. And Thank you so much, cards, for giving me the opportunity to read for pile number 3. And yeah, like the video if you like this reading. Consider subscribing. You'll see a lot of different types of watercolor readings on my YouTube channel. And yeah, hopefully I will see you soon in my next reading. If not, I thank you for watching this one, and I love and cherish you. Bye.